What's going on, boys? This is your boy Randy Neto back with this third YouTube video on this channel. This video is going to be about my story with anxiety and how I am actively always trying to destroy that anxiety feeling. I hope you guys find this video valuable, and I hope you use these tips if any of you struggle with anxiety. Hope you guys find this useful and you can use it in your own life. So sit back, relax, let's get this video started, baby. First of all, let's take off my jacket. You guys like this new shirt, bro? This color is insane. Like my sheep jacket, dude. Sip of coffee. Let's get it. First of all, what is anxiety, right? Anxiety is basically a feeling of worry, nervousness, just like worrying about the unknown, about an unknown outcome, about anything that's not guaranteed, and basically a feeling of unease. Yeah, it's definitely a real problem. It's said that 31% of people in America struggle with anxiety. And I didn't believe that until I started struggling with it, which basically started right out of high school. I've never had anxiety from the day I was born until I was like 19. So yeah, it was pretty new for me, and it was really a kick in the face. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I thought I had a heart problem. I thought I had a health issue when I had my first panic attack. So yeah, I was definitely uneducated on it, and it just came out of nowhere. So the cool thing is that it can be cured naturally, just by changing your lifestyle. At least for me, it was. I never took any medications or anything extreme like that. I did try therapy, but I did like the online BetterHelp thing, and it was the worst experience of my life. It was so dumb. I do not recommend that. What is it called? It was called BetterHelp, and the therapist never texted me back, and it was like, it felt like I was talking to a computer. Well, my philosophy is, if it's not working, fix it. I mean, you might not know exactly what to fix, especially with anxiety, but you gotta experiment and you gotta try, and you can't just lay there and not do anything about it. But yeah, it's obviously gonna cause discomfort, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, because nothing's ever gonna come free. And if you're feeling anxious, or if you have bad anxiety, then you either lay down and take it, or you fight and try to figure out a solution. Anyway, on to my story and my experience with anxiety. Starts off right after high school. It's the year 2019. I just turned 19, I think. I went out and bought a house right before COVID hit, which, lucky for me, was perfect timing. Obviously, because you know the housing market is crazy right now. But yeah, got lucky with that. Bought my own house, moved into it by myself. Yes, first 6 months were awesome. It was cool living by myself. Never done it before. I wasn't too far away from where I live now, or where I grew up mostly. But you know, it was a new experience, and it was kind of scary, but I knew I wanted to at least have some kind of investment going for me throughout my 20s. So I did that. But yeah, I was going to school full-time, working full-time, owning a house full-time, all by myself. And you know, I don't know if I didn't take it seriously, but the bills and the payments and all the shit that you gotta learn when buying a house and managing it and keeping everything organized, it was pretty tough. And I have a bad tendency of just procrastinating and throwing stuff in the back of my head, like schoolwork, homework, and I focus on stuff that I actually want to do. I didn't have good discipline, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so after the first year, the story goes into 2020. We were actually going camping in the summer, I think, and I came back. It was dark, Sunday night. I always get Sunday blues for some reason, but this night was different. It was kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like disconnected from the world. It was crazy. It was a weird experience. But I got home, right? Threw on the TV, wasn't thinking about much, and all of a sudden my heart just started pounding, and I got really lightheaded, and thought I was having a heart attack. So I thought it was pretty damn serious. So I was like, but I didn't call anyone. I was like, okay, if I die, I'm just gonna die right here. I didn't call anyone. Like, I don't know. I didn't want them to come to my house. I don't know why. It was weird. But yeah, I stood up from my couch and I was kind of just like, I'm gonna die. So I started walking around to see if like anything would change. Still pumping, still lightheaded, dizzy as hell, and I got in my truck because it was more emotional. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I got in my truck, drove to the middle of nowhere, and I literally started crying. I don't know why. I like broke down. Started crying, and I had no idea why, which is the strangest thing. I just, just started crying. I was like, and as I was like, I wasn't like bawling my eyes out, but I was like teary-eyed. I was like, what the F am I doing right now? I'm fucking crying in the middle of the mesa. If you live in New Mexico, it's a desert. Or if you don't live in New Mexico, it's a big ass desert. Yeah, I'm sitting there in my truck, wiping my tears from my eyes like this. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And yeah, so I called my mom after that. I was like, hey, like, can I stay at your house? Like, I don't know what the hell's happening with me. Drive down to her house, my parents' house. And long story short, I moved it back in with them because I later figured out I had anxiety. So anyway, that's that. That's how it started for me. It was basically a buildup of literally every single stress I had in my life, like responsibilities. All the adult responsibilities just came that night and just freaking tackled me on my couch, and I had a panic attack. But the crazy part is, after that, at my parents' house, I was living there with like just my work clothes and shit. And like when I was living there, like after like 3 days after, I couldn't like attach myself to reality. I think it's called derealization. I don't know if you guys ever like heard of that, but it's a real thing. Like I felt like a ghost. It was pretty damn crazy. If you ever have that experience, if you ever had derealization, it's not like drugs, like ego death and shit like that. It was kind of just like you're just like floating around Earth. It's definitely caused from like anxiety and shit. But I had that for like 3 days in a row, and I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? And I obviously wasn't gonna like quit and like just accept it. I was getting mad. I was genuinely getting mad because I didn't want to feel that way, and it just kept happening. So I made up my mind and said, yeah, I'm not gonna live like this, and I'm not gonna let this take over my life. So from then, I started making continuous steps on trying to cure myself. Like I said, I tried therapy, meditation, and it did help. The meditation did. I started exercising, went to the doctor, got my blood checked and stuff. But yeah, that was 2 years ago, and I've made continuous, consistent progress. And I can safely say I don't have anxiety anymore. As bad as I did. I mean, sometimes like on Sundays, like I get a little overwhelmed and stuff, but I think that's natural for everyone. But I don't want you guys to think that I didn't have it bad, because I did. I had bad anxiety. But I never had a mindset of like, I wasn't gonna make that my like life. I said, screw it, like, I'm just gonna work until I feel better one day. And sooner or later, started feeling less anxious. I actually quit coffee, and I actually did quit nicotine. It's been like 6 months since I quit nicotine. So it's a grind, it's a struggle. It's something that's not gonna happen overnight, I'll tell you that. You just gotta commit to yourself and just put that seed in your head that you will be better and you will fix yourself. If I were to give you any advice, besides like meditation, exercising, diet changing, I would say be disciplined and just fight. I mean, sooner or later, you're gonna feel better. Obviously, the first thing you gotta do though is find the root of your anxiety, and mine was just all the responsibilities and stuff procrastinated in my head. As you can tell from my last video, that stuff helped me a lot. The Reminders app and Notion, and just writing shit down, everything down, every week, just go through it. You'll feel better in your head. You won't feel so anxious, but yeah, that's my story. Hope you guys kind of relate to that. Any of you that struggle with anxiety. To give you motivation, I am back on coffee, and I've been actually enjoying caffeine a lot. Because before I would drink caffeine and I would have like anxiety attacks. It was crazy. But now I'm more calm and clear-minded, and I can just focus on the things that I have to do and stay disciplined. You gotta stay disciplined. Discipline is key. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk. It might be long. I've been here for like 30 minutes just talking. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications, and make sure to like the video. And see you on Sunday. Peace.